again, not much to say. The reason there haven't been many Bybit charts recently, like trades, is because Bitcoin hasn't really decided what it's doing. It's up and down, so you can't really trade on the 4-hour chart properly during this noise, because what's going on? Remember, everything else follows Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's going up for a bit, then down for a bit, the others are too, but it's still just noise. All of May has just been painful, which is why the trades I haven't done that well, and there's no clear direction. It's a lovely looking high test there. Hour and a half to go though. So we need a clear direction, and therefore, yeah, I mean, look, some lovely high tests, and this looks like a bit of a rising compression, but god damn. See, these high tests actually look like they're just doing a bit of a Kobo. Yeah, so if we just go back to the daily chart and start going down. Okay, so ETH is perched on this support level. Look how much it's smothering it. That is just gagging for a move down to this level. So what is that? ETH down at 1650 to 1700. High probability and also a high conviction target for me personally. Ripple. There's a lot going on with Ripple, the lawsuit and all that sort of stuff. But either way, I would say something along here. My holes get filled, by the way. They always get filled. Look, Binance got filled. So that hole has been filled most of, last week or so, really. But we had that smothered support that just busted through. Where's it going to go from here? I would say, roughly speaking, somewhere around the $280 level. Sand. Whew, that is a dead cat bounce if I ever saw one. Yeah, just that's a nice and simple one. That somewhere around here. Again, timing wise, I don't know. It could take a bit longer, but somewhere around here. 40 cents, yeah. For sand, that's quite a nice one because we've got a nice sort of overall downwards trend, so to speak. Sol, yeah. I mean, this level is just, it's been teasing us for months now. It teased us especially over here. It's been teasing. Now it's dribbled through it. It hasn't really. Wait a minute. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, something going on around here. I see this as a much bigger double top. So I see Sol falling over here. So actually, Solana looks really weak for me. I know we've got another key support here. So really high conviction target for me would be $16 for Sol. Maybe a proper fallout over here. But if it gets down to here, we've then got a massive double top, which then $10 is actually on the table. So Sol, I want a short Sol. Atom, yeah, dribble. Watch this breach. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Breachy time. So this is dribble, plop. We're going to see a plopping of some sort with Atom. Dot, same shizzle. If anything, yeah. So Polkadot's hole got filled. I remember drawing that when we were way up here with this bit here. So that hole got filled, and Polkadot now has a bearish rectangle. So the next hole is basically here. It's normally sort of that distance to that distance normally plays out around here. So is there some sort of resistance support around 480-ish? Not really. But yeah, I'd say 480 to 5 is the next level for DOT. ADA we looked at. Again, we've got these bigger pictures levels coming in. So we've got high prob for around here, bigger prob, less probability, but a nice level around sort of 25 cents. Axie, yeah, we reached that. I don't think a Kobo is going to happen anytime soon. Similar picture. What was that other double top? Was it Sol? No. Atom? No. God damn it. My memory's so bad. Was it Ada? 1 second. We literally just gone through these. Where is it? Double top. I saw a big double top. No. I think I'm going absolutely nuts. Sol. Oh yeah, it was Sol. Sorry, yeah. I just bad zoom. Yeah, so I think Sol could make this big double top. And then when you get down to... yeah, we did that one. AVAX. Yeah, again, big double top. Except it's already played out. So we're seeing this support hit right now. Therefore, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bounce. So don't freak out if you see a bounce back to this level. So maybe we see something over here before we see something over here. Axie, yeah, we've got the Kobo, game over for Axie. As a company, it's just buggered, I think. That's a very high prop target. Yeah, Axie just doesn't have a hope in hell unless it pulls a rabbit out of the hat. Phantom, yeah, we've got key breaches, key breach, consolidation, bust down. I'm really expecting a Kobo, so we'd have something over here which would basically play in line with actually I think it's going to be more like this. So yeah, I think a Kobo is to be expected, followed by falling down to next key level. I think this is a high prop level. I know we're pretty close to it already, but somewhere along here. And these lower levels are if Bitcoin heads down to 20k basically. Near, yeah, same shizzle, somewhere around this level, which is this level. We've got a bit of a bearish rectangle or compression maybe forming here, but yeah, $1.30 link. Yeah, the really long bearish rectangle. This has been going months. I mean, God, I must have predicted this one back in sort of January time. I still maintain this. It's still looking for $2 link. Just gotta wait. GMT buggered. There we go. Look at that line. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't a prediction. So that hit. We're back at this level here. Shit, could be new lows maybe coming for GMT. KNC again smothering a level. Honestly, this level is gonna get breached. I see a sharp move down with anything that looks like this, where the bearish rectangle support is that lower support. So we're looking at 50 cents ish for KNC. Honestly, it's not every day you see really, like, all of these plays I'm looking at are really highly predictable. We've got Shibs filling my hole here now. Tron, I still don't have a clue what Tron's doing and why it's going up. I know it's it's cheap and fast to move things around, but I just still have that scammy sentiment in my head about Tron. But when you look at this from a charting perspective, if you just presented this to me without telling me it was Tron, I'd be looking at this thinking, oh shit, we got some sort of inverted head and shoulders here and neckline, and therefore targets up here. So if I did not know that was Tron, I would say we've got targets at 9 cents. And then waves, yeah. Ah, damn it. God, shit. I was eyeing this up, by the way. This this silly pump in waves. I missed it. Bloody missed it. It's all that court stuff yesterday that bugging me up. Oh well. Hey ho. And that's it for the top of my chart. This is really where all the main volume is. Mind you, you can't get much volume in waves anymore. But yeah, some really high prob levels there, folks. Gas, Bitcoin was still not doing much. What's Glimmer doing? Yeah, it's just like a slow bleed. Loop ring, I do look at that. Yeah, same as Solana really. Big double top. We've probably got movements to 20 cents. Let's just draw that. And then any others that catch my attention? Monero. I'm finding it hard to read Monero at the moment, so just don't bother. DYDX should bleed. I mean, the emission schedule for DYDX is not good. It's highly inflationary. So if anything, it should fall. Luna 2, don't look at that. GMX, there we go. We've got the breach there. And until people start getting a bit bullish again, I don't know where it's actually going to end up. The next real level of support is this level at $44. I do want to get back into GMX at some point. If it gets down to here, then yeah, I will load up a bit, but it's a bit overextended. We could actually possibly have a bit of a consolidation period around this 55 level. So if it does start to break down, we're looking at it somewhere over here maybe. Quant, I'll get into quant only when the regulation stuff is got out, a bit like ENS. Oh yeah, we looked at ENS already. Raven, I'm not interested. I'm not a miner. Bullshit. Arbitrum, Tomo, no. Yeah, Tomo is that one that just is completely disconnected to all the following. The falling. Interesting. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But I'm looking, yeah, so now I'm pretty confident. So this top list here where I've just sped through and all these little holes, I'm really confident in. Part of me is thinking, why don't, if you're so confident, Simon, why don't you just go short now and have a big stop and then just accept, low R multiple things. But yeah, you could do that, but you've got to weigh up the how long is that going to take? Looking at this on the daily chart, you've got to expect that this could take at least a month. So if you do a big chunky position on that, what are the borrowing fees going to be on Bybit over a month? So you've got to add that to your cost, and therefore your cost will be a lot higher than you think. So yeah. So Bill
hasn't seemed to really respond to the
Phil hasn't seemed to really respond to the SEC letter.
Who's Phil?
Sorry. Filecoin.
Oh, sorry, File. Yeah, sorry.
Filecoin.
Sorry, I thought you meant PHIL. I was like, who's he? I haven't really been paying attention, but it's not good news. It's not good for Filecoin, is it? Like, I can't believe I skipped it. I see Filecoin down here at $3, easy peasy.
And I agree with that, but it just didn't seem to react to the SEC letter, did it?
No,
I agree with that.
In terms of price action, no.
The SEC letter, did it?
This is a bearish rectangle, and I think so. This is, I think, the longer term target. In terms of, like, if we're looking at a short term move down, it's probably only going to move down that sort of percentage down to probably around 380. So that's the first target. Yeah, and having a stop somewhere up here just to be safe. There's going to be some sort of stop runs and whatnot. Yeah, Phil is a bit of a sticky wicket, really. And if we just get rid of these lines, because they're not that important, but this one is more important. Yeah, every sort of base support level it's sort of reached, and then we've got another support around here, just the base there. So yeah, I'd like to short that. In fact, there's a lot I'd like to short. It's just the execution of it. Do I wait for a pullback, or do I go in with low R multiple trades now? I personally want to wait for a pullback. Bill's, oh, here we go. Bill said ASIC's break-even price is about that, so they could plummet CAS by another 96% or so and still be profitable. I don't think so. I think when you account for, I don't think you're accounting for the hash rate and difficulty level to come back, as in to start going up. I think it's going to be a lot higher than that, because when you have all of that new hash rate coming online, even if they sell like 30 units, that difficulty is going to shoot right up. So they're going to be using a lot more electricity than you think. So yeah, I've seen a whole spectrum of different break-even prices, but I don't think it's that low. I'll happily be corrected if you've got some other stats, but I don't think it's going to be like that low. And the CAS aren't even out yet. I think the first 2 weeks of June are when the first batches go out. I thought, oh yeah, probably, yeah. And then the main stuff is out in August, I think. Even with the Binance listing, there's nothing really to push up the price except, yeah, so the Binance listing is really an exit mechanism for the ASICs. Yeah, that's why they do it. So personally, I'm still looking at the hash rate and the difficulty. I want to get in before that, or as that starts going up. This could ultimately wind up being another Raven. Also, no idea if. Thing is, Raven is a shit coin in my opinion, because it was designed and built to be a mining coin. Casper is not that. You cannot put Raven and Casper in the same sentence at all. There is, like, when you look at CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko or whatever, there will have to be, in my opinion, a coin in the top 20 which is a block DAG. In fact, there are no block DAGs out there, I don't believe, unless there's a brand new one. But so at least it has to be in the top 100, top 50. It will be the, let's say even top 50, right? In the top 50, so where EOS is right now, we're looking at 1 billion. Yeah, so that's a lot higher. Yeah, it's what, 3 or 4x from where it is now. But I personally believe a block DAG will be in the top 20, and that will be Casper. And when you're looking at similar things to, like, obviously, let's say a block lattice or a hash graph, they may look similar to a block DAG, but they're not. But if you're looking at the closest possible competitor to that is Hedera. So if you look at Hedera, that's got 1.6 bill. Obviously it's subdued. That was north of 3-4 billion, wasn't it? Market cap. Let's look at max. Yeah, look at this. This was 6-7 billion at one point during the previous high, but on average, hitting $2-3 billion is. Even if it just competed against Hedera, we're seeing Casper, let's say $2 billion. You can do the maths on that actually. So remember, more patience, Kryptonians. That's how I remember it. So if we think the market cap's going to be 2 billion, whoopsie, at very pessimistic, and I think that's a very pessimistic thing. I think we're going to see 10-20 billion north. What is the price? Well, what will be the circulating supply? Well, we then have to look at CAS. Go back to that one. Let's look at the emission rate. Sorry, no, cas.fyi. When do we think that's gonna be? So it's tools, mission schedule. Here we go. No, wrong one. God's sake. I know it's 18 something. 18.72 billion. The hash, when would that be? I mean, let's just say it takes a while, okay? And it's, you know, let's say the market supplies the current supply is going to be, I don't know, 19 billion or 19. Let's say 19.5 billion, just to be pessimistic. So it's that divided by 19.5 billion, which is calculator 2 divided by 19.5 equals 10 cents. So we've got Casper being a 10-cent coin, and that's being really pessimistic. Obviously, I think it's going to be a lot more than a $2 billion market cap. I see easy 50-cent coin here, but hey ho, that's me. I've also said, to temper that, I've also said that Ethereum will be a $15,000 coin, but we just got to wait to the next bull market, really. And with bull markets, you've seen how, you know, stuff just over spikes, and then things get massively overvalued for what it does. So, yeah, they're just my 2 cents. But yeah, we've got more falling to come. I'm pretty sure of that. Do you buy CAS on KuCoin? No, I go to CoinMarketCap first of all. I find CAS on CoinMarketCap because it's got slightly more up to date with the market tab. Go to markets and I look at the where the depth is. So I don't necessarily look at the volume, because you could look at that and go, oh yeah, I need to get it on Mexi. But I look at, you know, how much am I going to be negatively slipped. So at the moment, actually, BitGet seems to be, I don't have an account with BitGet. I don't really want to open up another one. So yeah, at the moment, I'm just using Mexi. KuCoin's a big, you know, a much bigger exchange, but it hasn't got the volume yet. I mean, look at this depth. It's pathetic. So yeah, maybe when this volume gets better, I'll move over to KuCoin. But at the moment, I'm using Mexi. So yeah, that's about that. And then last question by Greg: if crypto regulation hasn't come out when we're post Bitcoin halving and in a bull run, what would convince you to pivot from a Bitcoin dominant portfolio to enter alts, even with this overhanging regulation risk? It's a really good question, mate. Really good question. What would get me to pivot into alts if stuff starts going up? I think when the ETH Bitcoin ratio starts flipping, I will then be compelled to take alts a bit more seriously. So this is the Bitcoin alt, so ETH Bitcoin chart. If all of a sudden, you know, let's say Bitcoin goes, this goes down because Bitcoin is booming, and then we see some sort of, I don't know, bottoming out, and then all of a sudden we start seeing, you know, some sprouts of positivity with alts or ETH, etc. Then, and let's say we have no SEC regs, etc. I think then I will then start flopping from Bitcoin into alts and going, right, okay, hammer still hasn't hit. The longer we wait, the less I think dangerous this hammer is going to be, because the EU and China are all pressing forwards with stuff. So I think the SEC regulatory hammer is made of ice. And every day they don't slam it down, that ice hammer is melting away. So the efficacy and the scariness of this ice hammer is dwindling day by day. So yeah, they've got to use it soon, use it or lose it, I guess. But yeah, when ETH Bitcoin starts going up, then I'll start moving into alts. Because when ETH starts, you know, gaining ground against Bitcoin, alts are doing a lot more than ETH. And so I think I'd cautiously go into alts, being ready to sell, you know, if needs be. And also the US, I think crypto's dead in the US. It's just they've gone about it the completely worst way possible, and I think the US is going to be very low in priority for cryptos moving forwards. So yeah, great question there, Greg. Mark, ref CAS asset profitability will reduce massively once big batch of miners is released. Yep. And hits network. You should take current profit projection on new asset with a pinch of salt. Yep, agreed. I learned the hard way with Dash 3 in 2017. Yeah, honestly, that mining difficulty will spike up when the hash rate goes up, and then all of a sudden, yeah. What exchanges do you find is best to use for companies over personal? My only on and off ramp at the moment is Kraken with my Santander business account. I've lost all my off ramps, so yeah, I'm screwed that way. If if Kraken and Santander business accounts stop working, I'm up shit's creek. So I'm looking at other alternatives at the moment. Where are the best countries to move to if one lives in America? Asking for a friend. No idea, mate. No idea. El Salvador, they're Bitcoin friendly. I mean, hell, if the UK starts making Bitcoin stuff as treating as gambling, then all your Bitcoin stuff is then tax free. It depends on your stances. Are you are you scared of the World Economic Forum and all that sort of stuff? Then it depends what you're into or scared of, really. So yeah. So that is about it, folks.